Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Farm Virtual Connections monthly performance lane on the fourth Thursday of each month from now on. We're so glad you're here. We have some great music, and I am Craig Simpson, and I'm hosting this with Patty Stevenson, my lovely wife and music partner who is ailing. Her voice is not working very well tonight, so I get to start things off as a solo. So thank you so much for being here, and settle in, and we're going to have a great evening. So this is a great tune written for a woman named Joanne Woodford. It's called Joannes Waltz. Late in the evening, when the dancing's about over, and the band plays a slow-moving waltz, the lights down low, my arms around you, we circle and face the ones that we love. We circle and face, we dip as we hold on, as the candles glow soft as the love in our hearts. And I'm singing, take me alone on the dance floor where the quiet's surrounded by the notes of the band. Spin me alone on the dance floor and gently hold me with the touch of your hand, with the touch of your hand. Late in our lives, when the dancing's about over, and the band plays a slow-moving waltz, I look in your eyes, I can't believe what I'm seeing. What a love there is burning, and it's shining on me. Well, it's a feeling so old, with a source we can't fathom. Our bodies in rhythms with the heavens above. And I'm singing, take me alone on the dance floor where the quiet's surrounded by the notes of the band. Spin me alone on the dance floor and gently hold me with the touch of your hand, with the touch of your hand. Thank you, Joannes Waltz. I introduced it as a great song, which was rather vain because I wrote it. But I do so many other people's songs for shows that I always say, oh, this is a great song. So anyway, I wrote that for Joanne Woodford. I did a contra dance series with a fiddler for about 25 years. And John and Joanne Woodford, they organized it. And they never danced because they were so busy running around taking money. But at the end of the night, they'd always get out there and they'd dance together. And it was just so beautiful. And I got it in my head that they met on the dance floor and fell in love. Nice thought, but that's not what happened. They met at a tall person's club, so there you go. Well, here in Milwaukee, where I'm from, we have this monthly food pantry benefit. And there's always a theme, and one of the themes was Carter families. So this is a great tune I learned for one of those evenings. Great old Carter family tune. This is a great tune. Bark of life tossing down the troubled streams of time. Since first I saw you smiling, and youth was in its prime. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been a friend to me. Misfortune nursed me as a child, and love me fondly too. I would have had a broken heart had it not been for you. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been a friend to me. And I look back upon the past, across life's troubles deep, and smile to thinking all I've seen. You've been a friend to me. Oh, I'll never forget where'er I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you've been a friend to me. If ever I had a friend, you've been a friend to me. Thank you. All right. Well, I know that Robert is in the house, and since we have a little bit of time, Robert Campbell
Yes,
from
sir.
Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, living just south of Minneapolis, but 2,000 miles to the east, parked in front of a computer, writing songs and longing for more European and North American tours. So, and his favorite dessert, homemade, gluten-free apple crumble. Everybody, Robert Campbell.
Hey, thanks, man. I hope that the sound is cleared up a little bit for me, and it's not breaking up. I probably shouldn't do what I'm going to do, but I'm going to play some brand new songs. And having not played any gigs for a long time, it should be fun. This is co-write. I've been doing a lot of co-writing and over Zoom, and this is one I did with Northeastern. Didn't see it coming, even though everyone I know had seen the train. And what was I doing? Left behind and caught up in a running race. Ain't it funny what you never quite see when everybody else is getting what they need? And that's when it hits me. Chalk it up to the things that hurt, the the ones that burn, the words that hold you down. Chalk it up to the things you learn when you twist and turn your whole damn world around. If I just make my head stop churning, give it up and drop the search and let the learning and the burning be enough. It ain't that tough. Chalk it up. Listen to the ticking of the hours and the minutes that keep me wide awake. I know I should be sleeping, but the worry and the hurry won't give my head a break. Get paid the man no matter who I am, but who am I kidding? 'Cause I don't give a damn. And that's when it hits me. Chalk it up to the things that hurt, the ones that burn, words that hold you down. Chalk it up to the things you learn when you twist and turn your whole damn world around. If I just make my head stop churning, give it up and drop the search and let the learning and the burning be enough. It ain't that tough. Oh, chalk it up. Getting off this bus to nowhere, I don't need to dig an early grave. It ain't brave. There's another dream somewhere. Chalk it up to the things that hurt, the ones that burn, the words that hold you down. Chalk it up to the things you learn when you twist and turn your whole damn world around. If I just make my head stop turning, give it up and drop the search and let the learning and the burning be enough. It ain't that tough. Oh, chalk it up. Chalk it up. Chalk it up. Anyways, that's a brand new one and new out of the box. Hey, thanks. I'll work on that one. I've been writing actually a bunch of folk stuff, but it's been with guitar players, and I don't play guitar well enough to do anything like this, and barely play piano today well enough to do this, so I won't do that. I'll try to fit in this new blues tune, and written with a woman from Nova Scotia by the name of Shirley Jackson, and she's a big blues person, and albums and tours and awards and all that stuff. And there's a lot of history in old Halifax town. It's like 400 years old, right? Peering through these weathered boards that once were papered walls, a city of ships has secrets, ghosts linger in the halls. Warnings went unheeded and we tore the whole thing down. The stories were forgotten, it's a graveyard in the heart of this old town. History books have hidden things of which we don't approve. Bones in butter boxes, and we're starving for the truth. We place a marker in the dirt where memory remains. Will we learn the lessons resting there or walk that path again? Can there be a new beginning? Can we wash away the pain? Will we view the truth with eyes anew, walking through Halifax in the rain? battlements and ruins still rise above the town. And break away, or will we stay prisoners to the crown? And politics talk, but the money walks, and what good will it do? Rise up, build a future that's good for me and you. Yeah, but it'll be a beginning, and we'll wash away the pain and view the truth with eyes anew, walking through Halifax in the rain. Memory remains. Will we build a new future there, or do it just the same? Well, we need a new beginning. Can we wash away the pain and walk on through with eyes anew, walking through Halifax in the rain? Yeah, walking through Halifax in the rain. Ago. 2 days ago, so brand new, and that's about the fourth time I've sung it, but we'll get there. I don't know how my time is. Do I have time for another short one, or?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, then I will leave it at that, and next time I'll sing you another brand new one that I just wrote for our cat. And I can sing you the chorus. Calico, your eyes shine bright, a burnished gold. Your laugh, your voice inscrutable. And you follow my lead, then you turn and flee. And you caught my heart, and I catch my breath. Calico. And I'll leave you with that. Until next time. There's verses and choruses and all.
Thank you, Robert.
Hey,
do you
thank
have
you.
a website or anything that you want to promote?
Well, I have lots of stuff I could promote. rcampbell.com is a website, and I'm on Facebook, of course. And I have a Facebook group, a couple of pages, one for myself, but also for songwriters from here and away, where we host a Tuesday night song sharing, critiquing thing, a private thing, and we have a private group and a whole bunch of good people in there doing stuff. So I do that every Tuesday night, and I've actually booked a gig, 2 gigs. So things are opening up up here finally. So I'm looking forward to playing again.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. Look forward to hearing everybody.
Looks like we have about 30 seconds. Is Rachel all set up? Hi. So Rachel Clemente is from Granville, Ohio, and Brattleboro, Vermont. She's a Scottish folk harpist and composer who draws influence from the tradition and culture of Scotland, and her favorite dessert is creme brulee. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Great. So yeah, I'm Rachel. I play the folk harp, lever harp. I'm not a singer, so all the stuff I'm gonna play you guys is purely instrumental. But I'm gonna play you guys some traditional Scottish stuff and some of my own compositions. So I'm gonna start off with a contemporary tune called Fell Court. It's a march. It was written by a good friend of mine named Sam Abbott over in Glasgow, and then it's going into one of my own compositions called Dan's Jig. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. Yes, good. Okay.
Woo! That was awesome.
Thank you, thank you. So, of course, with the harp and with my little wee fire going, my harp doesn't know what to think tuning-wise. So, I'll play you guys one more set. So actually, I'll play you one more tune maybe. This other tune is it's one of my own compositions again. It's called Countryside Quiet. I wrote this tune a couple years ago when my family was moving from what we called the city of Granville, Ohio, of 2,000 people to the country. So we were getting away from the city for some countryside quiet. So this piece was on my EP called A Quiet Uniqueness that came out a few years ago now. It was recorded over in Glasgow with some fiddle players and other harp players. So yeah, so here's Countryside Quiet.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Next up, we have Helen Austin from Royston, British Columbia in Canada. She's the little half of the folk pop duo Big Little Lions. And her favorite dessert is her homemade dark chocolate cherry brownie ice cream, which she will be inviting all of us for over at some point. So, Helen, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, that's been my COVID thing, is making ice cream. I've made so many different flavors. Blackberry apple crumble is another good one. Anyway, I've just become obsessed. It's all good. Yeah, I am half of Big Little Lions. The other one does live in Ohio, and I'm over here on the West Coast. So we're hoping to do a BC tour. We've got it all planned, end of March, beginning of April. see if it happens. We hope so. So I'm going to do a couple of our songs. This was a yet to be released one of our monthly song releases. This one I think is lined up for March or April. And it's about dysfunctional relationships. Yay! We all have them. Mine just happens to be of the parental variety. So this is called What's It Like? Just another day like any other, watching love pour down on the page. All the photographs, they tell the same story. I guess I don't feel the same. I used to dream that I was meant to be somewhere else. Couldn't wait to get out the door, to a place where laughter wasn't swallowed by anxiety, on a broken stage on which to perform. What's it like? Love like that. What's it like to love like that? How would it feel to want to call you up, tell you everything like I know other people do? And would I be any different if I hadn't felt like I was boring you? What's it like? Love like that. What's it like to love like that? 'Cause I know what it's like to feel less than nothing, and I know what it's like to shut down. I know all too well how to crawl into my shell, wait for you to not be around. So it's another day like any other, and I'll throw my pity party again. When will I look at all the photographs and forgive them? What's it like? Love like that. What's it like to love like that? What's it like? What's it like? What's it There we go. All right, less misery, more loveliness. So this was our last January's song of the month. We're still doing them. We're at number 17. We just released one. Every single month, Big Little Lions. Just go and find us. And this one is also up for a Canadian Folk Music Award. single of the year right now. So that's exciting. And this is called Never Mind the Weather, and it's got a lovely little animated video that goes along with it that I made with a doll's house and made a little Paul and a little me playing music for an old couple dancing. So this is Never Mind the Weather. It's getting cold, we're hunkering down. Fall said goodbye, winter is back in town. Underneath our own blanket pile, wrapped in your arms, I know it all is right. Let it all come down, we're tucked away here in the warmth. Let the cold winds howl, we're not afraid, no, we just say, well, never mind the weather, if the fire is warm, the world is turned down. Here we are safe, inside our cozy house. Let it all come down, we're tucked away here in the warmth. Let the cold winds howl, we're not afraid, no, we just say, well, never mind the weather, it's getting cold, we're hunkering down. Fall said goodbye, winter is back in town. Let it all come down, we're tucked away here in the warmth. Let the cold winds howl, we're not afraid, no, we just say, well, never mind the weather, never mind the weather, never mind the weather, never mind the weather. It's been freezing fog here for weeks, and I would like some sunshine, please.
That was lovely. What a wonderful evening so far. So the next person is Sue Horowitz. She just released her 5th album of original music, Strings, Wings, and Curious Things, and thinks that singing songs is the best job that anyone could ever have. And her favorite dessert is coconut cream pie. Welcome.
That is not my favorite dessert. I don't know how that got on there, but I'm an apple pie, apple crisp person. Hi, I'm Sue. This is my first farm event. We were living in Sioux City, Iowa for a couple of years, and I tried to get up there, and you know what happened. Now I'm back in Ithaca, New York. I'm going to play 2 songs for you off of the new album. This first one is a co-write. It's written with my late friend, Stacey Robinson. It's called Ruff. for home, looking for fire, looking for light, looking for something to make it all right. And I don't know what I had, only that I lost it. The night is long, Lord, I'm exhausted. There's a danger in hoping, barely coping. This life I'm living isn't enough, and my edges are rough. Putting one foot in front of the other, one day just turns to another. Feeling done in, feeling defeated. Everywhere I go, I'm broken and bleeding. And I don't know what I had, only that I lost it. The night is long, Lord, I'm exhausted. There's a danger in hoping, I'm barely coping. This life I'm living isn't enough, and my edges are rough. Searching for heaven and living in hell. Feel like I'm stuck in a 6-foot cell. Living by the minute, living by the hour. Praying for mercy, praying for power. And I don't know what I had, only that I lost it. The night is long, Lord, I'm exhausted. There's a danger in hoping, I'm barely coping. This life I'm living isn't enough, and my edges are rough. Living ain't living when your edges are rough. Living ain't living when your edges are rough. Living ain't living when your edges are rough. My edges are rough. Thank you. So both of the songs that I'm going to sing for you today are on the new album. I wrote this next song is called A Bit of String, actually on the day that John Prine died. Of course, one of my songwriting heroes, a lot of people's songwriting heroes. It's actually about an Afghan that was sitting in my house, and everybody's got one of these. Their mother made them, or their grandmother made them, or their auntie made them. So it's an ode to the Afghan and everything, all the love that's imbued in it. There's a rocking chair in the corner, holds the Afghan my grandmother made. Colors are way out of style, the wool is faded and frayed. A tangled companion packed in my bag when I first left home. Through heartaches and insights, comforted me when I felt all alone. Twisting and turning, knitting and purling, binding and mending, gathering and sending love in a bit of string. There are pictures in my scrapbook. My children are wearing the clothes my mother made. Little sweaters and mittens, bright vibrant colors of every shade. Some tangled companions saved in a box under my bed. Survived our many moves, precious collection of cotton and thread, twisting and turning, knitting and purling, binding and mending, gathering and sending love in a bit of string. And time passes by, bitter and sweet. These are the memories, the treasures that we keep. In a rocking chair in a corner, I sit and I curse at the ball of yarn in my hand. Squint at directions, try to create what the pattern commands. A tangled companion, like my mother, whose mother and mother before me dreamed and created, stitching and weaving our family tree, twisting and turning, knitting and purling, binding and mending, gathering and sending love in a bit of string. Twisting and turning, knitting and purling, binding and mending, gathering and sending love in a bit of string. A bit of string.
So, Sue, you have about a minute. Do you want to talk about a website or how people can find you?
Yeah, SueHorowitz.com. I'm streaming on all the services and actually have real CDs, you know, those coasters that we use. I'm so happy to share some songs with you guys. I can't wait to meet you in person. It will be glorious and wonderful. And thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
Okay, well, next up we have Mr. John Stano, who lives just on the other side of the valley from us here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Award-winning singer-songwriter. John's individual sound is a compelling mix of acoustic and slide guitar, stellar rack harmonica, and expressive vocals. And on top of that, and I think this might have where there was maybe a mix-up, but his favorite dessert is coconut cream pie. John.
Hey, how you doing, Craig?
I'm
Thanks,
good.
Craig,
How you
and-
doing?
Good. Thanks for hosting, and nice to see all the farmers here. Well, winter has arrived here in Milwaukee, and the song was inspired by the polar vortex. Is also the title track to my 2020 release. It's called Digging Out in the Heartland. Me and Janie were happy, oh, hovering above the minimum wage. We never put away too much for the future, but we kept the wolf in his cage. We had a lot of good times in our humble bungalow. Summers and winters, barbecues and shoveling snow. In our recall one long hot summer, oh, me and Janie playing it cool. Janie chilling in her little one piece by the inflatable pool. The barbecue was going, I had those coals just right. Dinner at the picnic table, and the firefly night. Not sure how slowly it happened, oh, but somehow we drifted apart. There's an empty space, it looks just like her. You could see it if you looked in my heart. What happened to the good times in our humble bungalow? Summers and winters, we're just cutting grass and shoveling snow. Janie left Milwaukee, headed for the old Northeast. Find her place card at the table where the fortunate are having a feast. And everybody hustling, smiling, making deals. I'm still stuck here in the middle, trying to figure out how I feel. And I don't know if she made it, and I'm not sure, I want to find out. My friends say I'm better off without her. Lately I'm having my doubts. Maybe she's chilling on a southern beach somewhere with the ocean all aglow. I'm still digging out in the heartland, and I'm getting tired of shoveling snow. Well, I'm still digging out in the heartland, and I'm getting tired of shoveling snow. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I got one more, and this is called Forces Beyond Our Control. Something maybe we're feeling these days. Woke up and I found myself in the belly of the beast. Concrete ribs all around me, ground fell out from underneath. You know the past, it goes nowhere. Don't care what you say. 10 years ago can seem like yesterday. were driving through Kansas, following the plow. In the middle of a snowstorm, was in the middle of a whiteout. You can't trust the weather anymore, not if you're smart. Polar ice caps are melting, but it just can't melt your heart. And I was marching in the protest, shivering in the cold. 80,000 people with a one united goal. Still they ignore your message, 'cause those lapdogs always do, just like they're told. We all get moved by forces that are out of our control. I was waiting in the ocean, just out from the beach, aiming for a mermaid who remained out of my reach. Big wave tipped me over, then I felt the undertow. We all get moved by forces that are out of our control. We all get moved by forces that are out of our control.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah, John.
Hey, John, you got about 1 minute. Anything new going on for you, music or otherwise?
Well, those of you in the Chicago area, I'll be playing at the Two-Way Street Coffee House February 18th. It's in Downers Grove, so I'm looking forward to that.
Is that in person or virtual?
I believe it's in person. I think I got to drive down there.
All right.
At least that's the current plan. So.
And what's your website, real quick?
JohnStano.com.
There you go. Simple. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
So we have just a few seconds here before the next person. Craig, you probably figured out that we were asked favorite desserts, and Craig says he doesn't have any favorites except his wife and his daughter. So anyway, it was kind of fun. Yeah, it was sweet. He's a sweet guy. We're hoping to head to Florida on tour. But anyway, the next up is Doug Harsch. He's a South Bend, Indiana-based troubadour, according to the time-honored tradition, writing and singing songs whose hearts are covered in the dust of living and whose sounds invoke the grand American story. And he says his favorite dessert is pie, and it's great to see you, Doug.
It's good to see y'all too. Can you hear me okay? Well, I hope so. I had a little trouble with my interface tonight. Sometimes things don't go as well as you want them to. But this first song that I'm going to play for you is like when things go really, really bad. Not just a little trouble with technology, but like a super bad day. It goes like this. It's called When the Bottom Drops Out. The air is quiet, the ice is thin, and you keep on thinking that you're not going in as its cracks just keep growing and showing all around your feet. And pretty soon it'll start to give way, and you'll suddenly remember all the things you should have said to every lover and friend you ever had the chance to meet. Just sinking slowly into the mess, try to recall who you wanted to impress. You saw it coming, maybe more or less. There's no doubt the bottom drops out. When trouble comes, you'll soon discover you've been spending all your life trying to keep it undercover in a house full of ghosts. Keep messing with your sleep every night. And every promise that gets whispered through the screen is just a siren's call, inviting you to dream under the technical fantasy that always fades with the light. Just sinking slowly into the mess, try to recall who you wanted to undress. You saw it coming, maybe more or less. There's no doubt the bottom drops out. Oh, 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 well, this life ain't easy. Some will say it's cursed. Some days are bad, other days are worse, and you might resign to thinking that there's no easy way out. Forget that notion when it's falling apart, 'cause every awful ending is just another start, and your freedom is still waiting right between decision and doubt. Just sinking slowly into the mess, try to recall what you wanted to forget. You saw it coming, maybe more or less. There's no doubt the bottom drops out. There's no doubt the bottom drops out. There's no doubt when the bottom drops out. Well, I hope you all, oh, thank you. Hope you all are having a great night, enjoying all of us getting together and playing music. This is the way it ought to be, and it probably saves a lot of driving for us. This next song is a love song that I wrote kind of in reverse, and I think once you listen to it, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's called Save It for Another Day. Well, I thought I'd write a song for those good times come and gone, a bit of glimpse of our storied past. Do you remember way back when we wouldn't dare pretend, 'cause we thought all those feelings would last? Before our loneliness crept in like a shadow, before those promises of love were cast away. There's a tear in my eye, though you shouldn't be surprised. I'll save it for another day. I remember all those times you said that you'd be mine, and every moment we spent. Well, that song came undone long before it had begun, and its chorus just came and went. But now that melody keeps coming back to haunt me, and all those promises are fading away. I'm not gonna crack. I'll save it for another day. All right. I can hardly stand to see this circle in my hand become such a sorry souvenir. I've been holding on to gold, never thought it'd feel so cold. You left me out in here. I'm the members of our story, and I'm fading away. And those dreams of my heart have all broken apart, but I'll save it for another day. I'll save it for another day. Yes, I'll save it for another day. Thank you so much. And here's a sad song for you. Well, I remember golden days, green grass all around, sitting in the morning air, not a care to be found. Never had a single reason for ever feeling down in those days before heartache came to town. Well, she walked right in and packed her bags with the laundry on the floor. Said the things I used to do I won't be doing anymore. Things were likely gonna change, change they surely did. I was so lost that I felt just like a kid. As my world went turning slowly and the pain washed over me, until it seems like lonely darkness was all I could see. And ever since that awful day, the rain's been falling down. But I was fine before heartache came to town. Trying to get myself back there, but I just can't find a way. 'Cause who or what or where it was, well, I can hardly say. Things just seem to go like that when you can't tell up from down. But I was fine before heartache came to town.
Right on time.
Oh, thank you. I thought
you,
it was
Doug.
close.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, next up we have from San Francisco, California, Rebecca Roudman and Jason Eckel, and they are Dirty Cello. Cello like you've never heard before, so fasten your seatbelts. And their collective dessert of choice, cookies. All right, welcome Dirty Cello.
Thank you. Well, hello, everyone. We are the band Dirty Cello missing most of the band. We have a big old rock band, blues band, things like that, but we love to leave them at home and hit the road and perform in listening rooms, backyards, places like that. And we have performed down here everywhere. We are recently back from Iceland, where we played everywhere from legitimate venues to a herring factory. And while we play everywhere, one of the things that we've discovered is people aren't always ready for the cello. And one of those places people sometimes aren't ready for the cello is the traditional bluegrass crowd. Now, if you're as part of the traditional bluegrass crowd, my apologies for involving a cello here. We had a violin player, a fiddle player, who once got a load of Rebecca playing the cello bluegrass style, a fairly famous guy whose name I won't say. And his commentary was, please don't do that. You should never do that again. So Rebecca's response to that was to go home and learn the song that made him famous, his signature song. This is our rendition of the Orange Blossom Special. That's our little warm-up song here. Now, we play all sorts of kind of music, and of course we write our own music. And you may notice Rebecca and I smiling at each other an awful lot. That is because we are married, I believe, for 6 years now?
6 years.
6 years. And like all couples, we have those moments when we are not perfectly getting along, not perfectly communicating. And during one of those moments, we were riding in the car, and I remember Rebecca looking at me and saying, well, you know what? I may not be perfect, but I'm pretty damn good. And I had a very wrong answer to that. I looked right back at her and I said, that would make a great song title. Now, after the dust settled, we did get to work writing a song. And this is our song, I May Not Be Perfect, but I'm Pretty Damn Good.
I said I may not be perfect, but I'm pretty good. I said I may not be perfect, but I'm pretty good. I need to tell you, baby, I wish you loved me like you should. I may not be sober, but I'm not as drunk as you. I said I may not be sober, but I'm not as drunk as you. I need to tell you, baby, I wish you loved me like you should. I said I may not be faithful, but I'm cheatless than you. I need it in you, baby. I wish you loved me like you should. Hey, I may not be perfect, but I'm pretty good. I said I may not be perfect, but I'm pretty good. I need to tell you, baby, I wish you loved me like you
Thank you all very much. So we're the band Dirty Cello. We come as a 4-piece, 5-piece, 6-piece, but for listening rooms, backyards, bottoms of the cave, herring factories, castles in Scotland, anywhere you name, we come as a 2-piece as well. DirtyCello.com and all that stuff. We have dates coming up all over the country and all over the world, but we'll be out, I think, your way in October. So anybody wants a show, we love it there. And I see lots of musicians on there with us. And if any of you are out in California, please drop us a line, and we'd be happy to help set you up with a few shows in the San Francisco area. Thank you all very much, and what a fun evening we've had.
Hey, thank you guys. You still have about 2 minutes where you can share. You still there?
What should we share?
2 minutes to share.
Yeah,
so just a
you
quick
said-
bit
you
about
said-
us. So Rebecca is our leader here, of course, and she is a classical cellist, plays with the Oakland Symphony, the Santa Rosa Symphony. After a while, she kind of wanted to let her hair down and try a few things. So she had a little trial by fire. She got this bizarre phone call saying, will you come play improvised cello for a folk music concert at the Great American Music Hall? And she said, I've never played without sheet music before. Who's it for? And she misheard, and it was for a man she thought was named Brian Cooter. Turns out it was for Ry Cooter, and he needed a cello player to back him up. And she was thrown onto this show for her first time doing this kind of music and improvising. It's quite a while ago. And Ry Cooter's there, Elvis Costello,
With
Emmylou Harris, and Steve Earle, and a bunch of other folks. And that was quite her introduction to the world of Americana music.
It was.
Since then, we have played our brand of Americana music everywhere. Lots of touring in China in the past, all over Europe, Iceland, Bakersfield, anywhere you want, and Israel, the Middle East, anything you can imagine, and we'd love to come play for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would love to have some of the coffee you've been drinking. Okay, Patty.
So the next person is a no-show, and so we have someone pinch hitting here. Another married couple, Michael and Nell, and they hail from Nashville. And we'll let you guys can tell everyone about you. But what is your favorite dessert?
Our favorite dessert is my homemade strawberry ice cream. Okay, we're asking about desserts, right? Can you hear us? Can you
guys
hear
can
us?
be louder for sure if you can turn yourselves up.
Oh, okay. Before we were too loud, so let's turn us up. Can you hear me now?
Is that good? Yeah. I think
Yes. Okay. All right.
Can you hear us good?
See, our favorite dessert, my homemade ice cream, made with raw cashews. Okay. Yeah, we're coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, and this first song we're going to do is one I wrote about our block here in East Nashville. Now, Nashville, like a lot of the country, and my hometown of San Francisco, by the way, where the wonderful Dirty Cello people are from, is going through tremendous affordable housing crisis. Nobody can afford to live here. All they're doing here is building big luxury condos, blah, 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 blah. So we looked out the door. I looked out the window and I wrote this song about this, and it's called The Displacement Blues. And it was called Nashville's latest social justice anthem.
Hey, what jams at twilight on my street?
Those banjos and fiddles sure sounded sweet. I used to love this old time, but now I can't I can't keep up with what's going down. They build skinny, ugly houses, cookie cutter style. You can't fix that with granite tile. Some people say greed is good till it wheels and deals in your neighborhood. The displacement blues. Landlord got an offer he can't refuse. He towed her car off to the pound. Now I can't keep up with what's going down. If old Ed Billy was still around, he'd say we're living in another bourgeois town where poor folks just keep losing ground. You know I can't keep up with what's going down. Gonna pack my bags and move along. Detroit City might like my song. Won't sell my soul to stick around. You know I can't keep up with what's going down.
Hey, how does that sound? Is it too loud?
No, it was good. You had a weird thing happen, but it seemed to clear up. So
What happened?
I don't know. There was just something weird, but it cleared up. So it's all good. Just some kind
Okay.
But
All right.
no, I think it's good. Yeah.
All right. Let me turn our monitor down a little.
I got.
It's really loud in our ears. We're turning our monitor down here a little bit. Okay. So moving.
Another song that you wrote.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this is a song called Talking with Their Hands, and it is on our album that unfortunately came out in 2020. Terrible time to put out an album, but we are proud that the album did make number 5 on the International Folk Chart in August, and this, just to mention that the second verse, it's about people who talk with their hands. Second verse is about a woman named Heather Whitestone, and she was a Miss America, I believe, in 1996, and she is deaf, so she talks with her hands. I believe she's the only disabled person who was ever elected Miss America.
Yeah.
So
one thing, Displacement Blues. That was also on our album.
That's
Welcome
right.
Home.
That's true.
Okay, now.
He's always shy and quiet when you talk to him off stage. But just a second, I'm going to make one adjustment because it is really loud in our ears here.
Are you guys hearing the guitar and piano together okay?
I'm going to turn it back a little bit because
Thank you, Annie.
it's killing me. So let's try it again. Okay. He's always shy and quiet when you talk to him off stage. But when he strokes that fiddle, he's got a lot to say. Oh, he plays with soul and fire and a voice that must be heard. He'll make you cheer and make you cry and never say a word. He does his talking with his hands, coming from the heart.
speaking so we all can understand. He's touching us, talking with his hands. In a classroom full of children who have never heard a sound, there's a beauty queen who dared to dream she'd someday wear a crown. Like them, her world is silent, but her story's full of hope. She tells them life will take them anywhere they wanna go. She does her talking with her hands, coming from the heart, speaking so we all can understand. She's touching us, talking with her hands. A plumber and a lawyer, a waitress and a priest, all pitched in to build a house for a poor family. Oh, hungry, sore, and smiling, that's what they do. But they don't brag about their work, that's not what they do. They do their talking with their hands, coming from the heart. They're speaking so we all can understand. They're touching us, talking with their hands. Oh, they're touching us, talking with their hands. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for allowing us to jump in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're Michael and Nell, and our website is very complicated. It's michaelandnell.com. And we are on Bandcamp. We have a Bandcamp page. And let's see, what else can I tell you about us?
Oh, well, Brant Miller, who I think is still on here, and us recently won the RAWA, Renaissance Artists and Writers Association Songs for Social Change contest. We were in one of the finalists, so we're real proud of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And February 5th will be the show from RAWA that will showcase all of the finalist tunes.
Yep. Okay, thanks a lot. We can put our
thank you.
We'll put our website up here in
It's
the
great
cat
being
chat.
here with you
Thank
all.
you. I'm glad we got the chance to jump in here.
All right, thank you both. Next up, we have two good old friends, February Sky, good old friends of ours, good old friends of farms. February Sky, Susan Urban and Phil Cooper, hailing from Trout Lake, Michigan. Traditional, modern, and original folk and Celtic music with guitar, cittern, mountain, dulcimer, banjo, and percussion. And they also have a collective favorite dessert of, hot fudge sundaes. Okay, Susan and Phil, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Craig.
Very welcome.
And all you fellow farmers. This is a traditional Scottish song about the protagonist getting an all-expenses-paid trip to Australia that he doesn't want to go on. Oh, my name is Jamie Rayburn. In Glasgow I was born. From my place of habitation I now must leave in scorn. from my place of habitation, I now must go a walk, far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. It was early in the morning, just at the break of day, when I overheard the turnkey, who unto us did say, "Arise, ye weary convicts, arise, ye wanted all. This is the day you are to stray from Caledonia." So we all arose, put on our clothes, our hearts were full of grief, and all our friends stood round about, could grant us no relief. Our parents, friends, and sweethearts, their hearts were broken twa, to see us leave the hills and dales of Caledonia. Farewell, my aged mother, I'm vexed for what I've done, and I hope none will cast up to you the race that I have run. And I hope God will prove kind to you when I am far awa', far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Farewell, my aged father, you are the best of men, and likewise to my sweetheart, young Catherine is her name. No more we'll walk by Clyde's clear streams, nor by the Broomilla. Farewell, ye bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Oh, my name is Jamie Rayburn, in Glasgow I was born. From my place of habitation I now must leave in scorn. From my place of habitation I now must go a walk, far from the bonny hills and dales of Caledonia. Thank you very much.
All right, well, the way February Sky works is that Phil mostly picks traditional tunes and songs, and I've got the songwriter's disease, which of course is terminal and incurable. And this song got started when I was reading about how during the Prohibition era, up here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, people would smuggle good Canadian whiskey across the border over the frozen St. Mary's River in Sault Ste. Marie. And interesting thing about Prohibition is that one of the things that was done to prevent people from making moonshine was to put so much toxic stuff in the wood alcohol that was used to make it that it was poisonous and people would die from it. And there was some politician that said, well, so what if people die? It's a small price to pay for a temperate country.
We don't have any politicians like that anymore.
No, we sure don't. And this was sort of to put a human face on this whole situation, based very loosely on a lovely, strong, young Yooper woman who cuts our grass and plows our snow. Called Rum Runnin' Rosie. At Christmas night 10 years ago in 1921, My big old UP family was sharing Christmas fun. My brother John, he bought some hooch from some guy with a still. He didn't have a notion that the stuff he bought could kill. He drank a little bit too much, then stumbled off to bed. Next morning, when his wife woke up, she found him lying dead. And when I got done crying, I recalled I'd heard it said that people carried whiskey down from Canada on sleds across the frozen river called St. Mary's from the Sioux. Since I was just 18 years old with nothing else to do, I bought a sled and got some dogs, well trained, they were the best, and learned to drive my sled across that winter wilderness. My name's Rum Runnin' Rosie, saving people from the swill and the vile poison rocket that they're making in their stills. All in good Canadian whiskey that my sled dogs pull for me through snow and ice and bitter cold up north in the UP. Mushu Huskies,
Mushu Huskies,
Rum Runnin' Rosie's on her way. I run my goods to Brimley, down from Botchawana Bay. Some $100 bills, the cops all look the other way. The people seem so happy when I pull in on my sled. They gladly pay me well for booze that will not leave them dead. I drop some bottles all for free in all the shanty towns. No poison from those backwoods will be cutting poor folk down. I built a fancy tourist lodge with all the dough I make. I sit out on the porch in summer gazing at the lake. They say that prohibition will be over by and by, but I have saved enough to keep me till the day I die. Sometimes some sweet young girl has looked me in the eye and said, "Are you Rum Runnin' Rosie?" I look back and nod my head. My name's Rum Runnin' Rosie, saving people from the swill and the vile poison rocket that they're making in their stills. All in good Canadian whiskey that my sled dogs pull for me through snow and ice and bitter cold up north in the UP. Mushu Huskies,
Mushu Huskies,
Rum Runnin' Rosie's on her way. Mushu Huskies,
Huskies,
Rum Runnin' Rosie's on her way. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
You're
Glad
welcome.
you could come. Yeah. All right. Well, next up, I think we have Patty's nursing her throat. So next up, we have Diane Perry, a multi-instrumentalist, a wonderful singer, and she hails from the greater New York area across the Hudson in the New Jersey, state of New Jersey. And she said for this cold, cold weather, she prefers tiramisu and a cappuccino. So there you go. Diane, welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to do a little sound check because I have actually two different devices hooked up. And so if the sound isn't good on this one, I don't have my permanent set up today. So how's the sound right now? Somebody give me a thumbs up. So this is a tune that I wrote. It's called the MV Kennicott, and the MV Kennicott is a ferry on the Marine Highway up in Alaska, and it takes several days to do just a one-way trip. So I wrote this song imagining that the captains are kind of lonely. They're away from home a lot. MV Kennicott. Keeps me from my home. Sweet, the swiftest wind that blows me back again. West of Ketchikan, where the Tongass forest grows, from the icy strait on down, I pilot a ferry around, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do. If I never went away, would I still have you? The report from Bellingham kept home my relief. So I fight the mist and spray, though I'd like to fly away. Read your letter while in Haines, said you'd be leaving me soon, and I'm stuck here on the sea, though I'd like to fly away, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do. If I never went away, would I still have the lonely mile that has kept me from my home, and sweet, the swiftest wind Thank you. Thank you. Well, since I was a lottery play slot winner, I didn't have my equipment set up, and I wasn't really sure what I would do if I got picked. But I'm going to take you on a little trip with me to do the next song. So, and that's just because it's a very, very, pardon me, whoops, okay, be with you in a second. It's a very reverberant space, and I need a reverberant space. Here we go. Down into the door. I'm in the middle of renovations of this space, so there we go. Are you still with me? I can't hear anybody. Okay, so this is my, see, I'm painting and stuff like that. But it's got great acoustics down here. So here we go. In honor of it almost being February, and I wrote this song, here we go. I wrote this song after I heard about George Floyd and all of the protests that were happening. Whee! There we go. Okay, you can almost see me.
We just lost you, Diane.
Are you still with me?
You muted yourself. Sorry, you're good.
I didn't even touch it and I muted myself. Wow. Okay. So it's called Another Drop of Rain, and it's a protest song. Let me get that hot spot of light off of you. There we go. Okay. So this is why I needed to move down here. There was a town upon a river that flowed into the sea. They didn't care about the mountains, they're so far away from me, till a storm in the highlands that was raging every day caused a flood upon that river, and it washed that town away. Oh, every river is 1,000 drops of rain that fell in the mountains every day, and every injustice is like another drop of rain that will swell like a river and will sweep you away. When there's a man, a woman, a child that's thrown into a cage, victims of violence or poverty or our national disgrace, needs a home, a job, a doctor, why must I still explain every time we deny them? It's another drop of rain. 'Cause every river is 1,000 drops of rain that fell in the mountains every day, and every injustice is like another drop of rain that will swell like a river and will sweep you away. There are forces trying to stop us, oh, but righteousness is strong. Don't just sit there on the sidelines, or you're helping them do wrong. If we all will join together, we'll be like a hurricane, because every injustice is another drop of rain. Oh, every Missouri River is 1,000 drops of rain that fell in the mountains every day. And every injustice is like another drop of rain that will swell like a river and will sweep you away. Because every injustice is another drop of rain.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for stopping
Enjoying
by.
the show.
Well, for our next and final performer, who I believe won the spinning wheel, the grand spinning wheel, Tret Fury, hailing from Newport News, Virginia. I would say that her songs touch people in a good, deep, and very transcendent way. And I will say that this will be the icing on our musical cake for this evening. So, Tret, take it away. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Craig.
You're very welcome.
And I didn't answer the dessert question because I am not a dessert person. I don't eat dessert, but I do like a nice glass of aged port. This song, I'm going to do 2 new songs for you to close. This one I just finished 10 days ago, and it's a song that's very special to me, and I think to many people, as those who have heard it so far on my SoundCloud, because we have all lost so many people in the last few years. This has been going on for me for about 4 years, and I just finally wanted to address this because I just recently lost an old bass player of mine from Marquette, because I am originally from the UP, and he just had a massive heart attack, and that was the straw that just broke my heart one last time. In the morning you believe you have many more years, but in the evening as you grieve, your eyes well up with tears. They say you're of an age when friends all disappear. Every day there is another one who isn't here. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home. These years have held no mercy, spirit gets so weak, you can't even hug a friend or kiss them on the cheek. An unexpected illness and another heart attack. All you want to say is please bring my buddies back. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home. So long, old friend, farewell to you. I wish you well on your way. So pick up the pieces of the loss that is behind. There's more for you to do and more ways you can be kind. They all stay inside us, the ones here and those gone, and the gift that you can give is the gift of living on. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home. Home you go, eventually we're all heading home.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you. And the last song I want to do for you, another new song. Is a pandemic love song. Because we all have them. If we don't, you'll probably still write one. This is called Peanut Butter Toast. Well, the side door opens and you walk inside. I say, hey, baby, how you doing? You've been in so many meetings that you're bleary-eyed. I say, hey, baby, how you doing? It's cold out there, won't you come to me? I'll hold you till you're warm in the center. I'll hold you all through the winter. It's been the longest year that has ever come. I say, hey, baby, don't you think it? 12 months and counting and we're still not done. I say, hey, baby, don't you think it? I went down to the corner just to get away, but I ran right back to your embrace. I had to see that smile on your face. So give me a little of your coffee, give me a little of your time. Make me some toast in the morning, put a little peanut butter on one side, and I'll give you a little of my love, and I'll give you even more of my heart. Make sure that you write me a letter when we next find ourselves apart. 'Cause I don't ever, 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 ever want to lose your love. How about we go down to the sushi bar? I say, hey, baby, wanna do it? Put on a sweater and get in the car. I say, hey, baby, wanna do it? We can sit at the counter where there's no one else and have a little bit of private conversation, the closest thing to a vacation. So give me a little of your coffee, give me a little of your time. Make me some toast in the morning, put a little peanut butter on one side, and I'll give you a little of my love, and I'll give you even more of my heart. Make sure that you write me a letter when we next find ourselves apart. 'Cause I don't ever, 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 ever want to lose your love. Well, every day feels the same, even though every day is new. You and I are the lucky ones. You've got me and I've got you. Well, pretty soon we'll be swimming in the deep blue sea. I say, hey, baby, can you feel it? Take off your mask and jump in with me. I say, hey, baby, can you feel it? Well, we'll remember those days, we'll remember these nights, because we never really want to forget. It's brought us closer together, you bet. So give me a little of your coffee, give me a little of your time. Make me some toast in the morning, put a little peanut butter on one side, and I'll give you a little of my love, and I'll give you even more of my heart. Make sure that you write me a letter when we next find ourselves apart. 'Cause I don't ever, 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 ever want to lose your love. No, I don't ever, 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 ever want to lose your love. Thank you.
Thank you, Trent. Hey, Trent, I was curious, do you want to tell a little bit about your online shows? I know you have some things coming up.
Yeah, I have my next. I do a live stream show every third Thursday, not necessarily the month, but every third Thursday, or once a month, depending. I do have a live show next weekend in Maryland, so my next live stream show is on the 10th, Thursday the 10th. And then I'm also coming to the Midwest for 2 months of touring, hopefully April and May, see how things are opening up or not.
It's on your website?
Everything's on my website, tretfury.com. It's F-U-R-E. The E is long, but it's a F-U-R-E. Yeah, everything's on my concert page, definitely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just to remind everybody, these are happening the fourth Friday of every month. The Farm, Folk Alliance Region Midwest, Virtual Connections Performance Lanes. So watch for updates. They'll be coming to you via email, or you can look for it at the website. And I think the website is farmfolk.org, or Facebook and other places. So I'm Craig Simpson, and Patty Stevenson is back on camera. Patty, did you want to say anything?
Just that it's the fourth Thursday.
What did I say?
Friday.
Oh, fourth Thursday.
I messed up somebody's dessert, so.
Okay. So we want to thank the audience for sharing the evening with us, and the musicians sharing your heartfelt talent. And thank everybody for sharing your love tonight. So you all have a wonderful evening. Take care.
It's been wonderful. Have a great night.
Yes.
Hey, you two, stay put. I'm going to